जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरदा गोपी जना यशोदा नंदना ब्रज जन रंजना यशोदा यशोदा नंदना ब्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरा बनजाई राधा माधव बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 जय राधा रस बिहारी राधा रस बिहारी श्री राधे जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 निताय गौर हरि बोल 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 निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजचार्य अष्टोत्तरशत शिष्य डिवाइन ग्रेस एसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन 50 फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की आचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की श्री श्री राधा रास बिहारी भगवान की श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जी की श्री गौरनिताय भगवान की हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की नाम संकीर्तन की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिके कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Canto number first, chapter number 18, entitled as Maharaj Parikshit Cursed by a Brahman Boy, and the text number 13, 1.18.13. तुलयां लविना अपि न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवम् भगवत्सङ्गसङ्गस्य मर्त्यानां किमुताशिषः तुलयां लविना अपि न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवम् भगवत्सङ्गसङ्गस्य मर्त्यानां किमुताशिष तुलयां लविना अपि न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवम् भगवत्सङ्गसङ्गस्य मर्त्यानां किमुताशिष तुलयामालवेनापि अस्वर्गं न पुनर्भवम् भगवत्सङ्गसङ्गस्य मर्त्यानां किमुताशिषः तुलयां लविनापि न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवम् भगवत्सङ्गसङ्गस्य मर्त्यानां किमुताशिष तुलयामालवेनापि न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवम् भगवत्सङ्गसङ्गस्य मर्त्यानां किमुताशिषः Word to word translation. Tulaya, to be balanced with. Lavena, by a moment. Api, even. Na, never. Swargam, heavenly planet. Na, not. Abhava, apunabhavam, liberation from matter. Bhagavata Sange, devotee of the Lord. Sangasya, the association. Martyana, those who are meant for death. Kim, what is there? To speak of. Ashishaha, worldly benediction. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. The value of a moment's association with the devotee of the Lord cannot even be compared to the attainment of heavenly planets or liberation from matter, and what to speak of worldly benedictions in the form of material prosperity, which are for those who are meant for death. But when there are some similar points, it is possible to compare one thing to another. One cannot compare the association of pure devotee to anything material. Men who are addicted to material happiness aspire to reach the heavenly planets like the moon, Venus, and Indraloka. And those who are advanced in material philosophical speculation aspire after liberation from all material bondage. When one becomes frustrated with all kinds of material advancement, one desires the opposite type of liberation, which is called apunarbhava, no or no rebirth. But the pure devotees of the Lord do not aspire after the happiness obtained in the heavenly kingdom, nor do they aspire after the liberation from material bondage. In other words, for a pure devotee of the Lord, the material pleasures obtainable in the heavenly planets are like phantasmagoria. And because they are already liberated from all material conception of pleasure and distress, they are factually liberated even in the material world. This means that the pure devotees of the Lord are engaged in transcendental existence, namely in the loving service of the Lord, both in the material world and in the spiritual world. As a government servant is always the same, either in the office or at the home or at any place. So a devotee has nothing to do with anything material, for he is exclusively engaged in the transcendental service of the Lord. Since he is nothing to do with anything material, what pleasure can be derived from material benedictions like kingship or other overlordships, which are finished quickly with the end of the body. Devotional service is eternal. It has no end. Because it is spiritual, therefore, since the assets of the pure devotees are completely different from the material assets, there is no comparison between the two. Sutta Goswami was a pure devotee of the Lord, and therefore his association with the decision named Sharanya is unique. In the material world, association with gross materialists is variably contained. The materialist is called Yoshita Sangi, or one who is much attached to material entanglement, women, and other paraphernalia. Such attachment is conditioned because it drives away the benedictions of life and prosperity, and just the opposite in Bhagavad Sangeet. Just the opposite is Bhagavad Sangeet, or one who is always in the association with Lord's name, form, qualities, etc. So such association is always desirable, it is worshipable, it is praiseworthy, and one may accept it as the highest goal of life. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरो वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातम् सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं त्वं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजना सहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देव्यै गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण तुलयान अपि लवेनापि न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवम् भगवत सख्य संगस्य मर्त्यानां किमुताशिषः. A moment of association with the pure devotees of the Lord cannot be compared even with the heavenly pleasure or a pleasure which is even obtainable in the higher planetary systems. So that is what this shloka explains. And we have witnessed so many times about the such association of the devotees of the Lord. who are just a glimpse of their association, glimpse of their uh, moments of instructions has transformed the entire life of a living being. So very classic case. Most of the time I say this. Srimad Bhagavatam. If we see, Krishna is a Krishna is a hero, right? Most of his avatari and his incarnation and his own personal leelas has been explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. But if we take Krishna a little bit aside, of course there will be no Srimad Bhagavatam, but still, if we take little bit Krishna as a take aside, there is another hero in Srimad Bhagavatam. Each and every page mostly he exists because of whom Srimad Bhagavatam came. So that hero, unsung hero, the Dasanu Das Bhava hero is Sri Narada Muni. Unfortunately, in our 2025th century, most of the time, through serials, through movies, and through so many things, Narad Muni has portrayed a very different kind of a character. Most of the time, he's a joking character. Most of the time, he's a comedian character. Most of the time, he's like on a uh, problem creator. He does one thing to he goes to another person and say something in his ears and chugli karna. It's the greatest offense which one can do towards a Vaishnava. That's the greatest Vaishnava aparadh which we can do. By seeing such things and by committing such things or by seeing or hearing such things, we are committing a greatest Vaishnava aparadh at the lotus feet of Narada Muni because he's the unsung hero within Srimad Bhagavatam. Each and every Leela, he has some kind of a contribution to do Srimad Bhagavatam. So his place is such a highest that most of the devotees, stalwart devotees, are his disciples. Prahlad Maharaj, his disciple. Dhruva Maharaj, his disciple. Shalvashwar, Hareshwar, his disciples. Right? Narada Muni, most of the time, Shraddha Goswami Ashtakam, it is said, Dhira Dhira Jana Priya Priya Karo Nirmatsaro Pujito Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako. So these Shad Goswamis were such a wonderful souls and wonderful acharyas that Dhira and Adhira, both people were worshipping. And the sober, even Nirmatsara, they were Nirmatsara. There was no Matsarya within their heart. And the people, even those who are having a Matsarya towards Vaishnavas, they were also having loving exchanges with Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das, Raghunath Bhatta, Gopala Bhatta Goswami, and Jiva Goswami. So the Shad Goswamis were such a nice, humble, and pure devotees of the Lord. So similarly, Narada Muni is also Nirmatsara. Whenever there is Hiranyaksha, he will go. Hiranyakashipu, he will go. Kamsa, he will go. Even Duryodhana, he will go. So even though there are the demons, but still Narad Muni will go and trigger them to do something nasty so that Krishna can fasten his leelas more. So people take it very in another perspective and a very wrong perspective, which leads to the Vaishnava trap. But Narad Muni is such a highly praiseworthy character that when Daksha, he was having 10,000 of his son, Narad Muni went and for a few moments he preached there, Shalvashwas, Haryashwas. And they became a devotee, pure devotee. They perfected their life. And when Narada Muni, Daksha Prajapati, he was again having thousands of sons called as Shalvashvas. They were going to do austerity in here, upper region, so that they can have a progeny. And then Narada Muni made them. My God, I don't know, a perfect time, perfect place, and in front of a perfect person. Narada Muni has to be there. And Shalvashvas, he didn't preach them. He just said, what your elder brothers did, you should follow that. And they also became brahmacharis. So that is what Narada Muni. Right? So Narada Muni has transformed so many lives, so many Harishvas. Like there were thousands of these brothers, thousands of Shalvashvas are there. So similarly, Prahlad Maharaj, just a moments of association within the womb of his mother, Kayat, he got transformed. You know, although born in a clan of a Rakshasas, Prahlad Maharaj became one of the Maharajas. And his family is such a great that Prahlad Maharaj became a Mahajan, Bali Maharaj became a Mahajan, Putana became a Dhatri of Krishna, right? So that is the family. Putana, Aghasur, and Bakasur. They were three brothers and sisters, and three of them are got delivered by Krishna because of their connection towards Prahlad Maharaj. So that is what happens with the moment of association with the devotees. Tulayam pilaminapi naswargam narmavam Bhagavad Sangi Sangasya Matyanam Kivitashya. So when Ratnakar Daku was roaming in the forest, and you all abominable characters, acts, just Narada Muni came and asked and gave a few moments of association. Got- He got transformed. Even a Valmiki Muni, he was a hunter and he used to kill all the animals, but just a moment of association, that the person is not able to say Rama, became such a great devotee that a person can write Ramayana. That is what happens just by the moment of association with the devotee. Right? So it's so many examples are there, practical examples are there. Haridas Thakur was well known for his japa, and Ramachandra Khan was the area in charge of that particular province. He was so envious towards Haridas Thakur because everybody used to glorify Haridas Thakur. He was a pure devotee. He was not having any kind of a lust, anger, pride, greed, envy, illusion in his heart. Haridas Thakur, what a bechara person. Sorry, he's a acharya. But from material perspective, from opulence perspective, is a kind of a bechara person. What he is doing, nothing is sitting at one place and chanting the holy name 192 rounds. That's enough. But Ramachandra Khan was so envious that somehow or other I want to spoil the name and fame what Haridas Thakur. So when a person is too much materially addicted, he cannot tolerate the opulence of another person. Even if the person who is in front of him is a very insignificant, or whatever opulence he is having is much more less than himself, but still that envious factor is always there. Right? I may be living on a worldly sea face. I might have a cars and everything, but somebody who is staying in the suburbs of Mumbai, that person has more beauty and more handsomeness and very nicer physique than me. I will become envious. Definitely, I will become envious because that is the innate nature. Whatever the good things are there, that has to be with me. दूसरे किसी के पास नहीं रहना चाहिए. I am the proprietor, I am the controller, I am the engineer. That's what the mentality of living entity feels. That they want to be the enjoyer of entire things. But we forget that in this entire universe, only Krishna is the enjoyer. We are not. Bhuktaram Yagyatapasa Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suridam Sarvabhutanam Gyatva Shantam Rechari. How many of us want peace in our life? Each and every one. Right? So Krishna gives that solution to us. What is the peace formula? Bhuktaram Yagyatapasa. Whatever the best things are there, best yagyas, best sacrifices, whatever best things are there, I am the bhukta for it. Now people will say, okay, you are a bhukta and you are, if you want everything, that means you are a dictator. Krishna says, no, I am not a dictator. I am a suridam sarva bhutana. I am the best of all friends to each and every living entity. If I have something best with me, I will share with all of you. That's there. So when Krishna used to go to the Kamya one, and all the coward boys used to sit after, Krishna, they used to play. till 11, 11:30 or 12 o'clock, whatever time is, Madhyana, till Madhyana time. And then every day, practically, one demon used to come. We know few of them. Practically every day, one demon will be there. And then Krishna used to kill that demon. And then everybody, oh, I'm hungry, Krishna, let's eat prasad. So demons are used as a break in the sports activity. Because once they get engaged in sporting activities, there was no sudbud of what is the time and what they are doing, where they are. They just like to play with Krishna. So Krishna used to break that play by accepting demons. And as soon as demon is there is a break, and then they come to their senses. Oh my God, we are hungry, we are hungry, right? Yesterday you came to know what is hunger. Today also till 12 o'clock we will come to know what is hunger, right? So then they used to come to know that, okay, this is hunger and now we have to eat. And Krishna, especially there is a place in Vrindavan near Bharatpur, that Vana, there are 12 vans of Vrindavan. Within that, one Vana is known as Kamyavan. Within that Kamyavan, there is one particular place called as Bhojan Thali. Bhojan Thali means there is a thali like a structure within stone. Krishna never used to have a crockery, dinner and lunch crockeries and all those things. Krishna used to make patals out of leaf and they used to drink and eat into that. Sometimes they used to have a marble thali, sometimes on a patthar, on a stone. They used to clean it and used to make a uh, thali or a plate out of it and eat that. What is the eco-friendly nature that Krishna can tell us very nicely? No more artificial thing, only natural things. So Krishna is completely eco-friendly, definitely. And what Krishna used to do with his devotees, share the food. And whatever the best things is there, all the devotees used to give that best thing to first. They used to offer it first to Krishna and they used to enjoy it. Okay, there is no enviousness, there is only love towards Krishna. Problem is with us. We are envious. Why Krishna should be offered it? हाँ, तुम्हारे भगवान को इतने बड़े बड़े मंदिर किस लिए चाहिए? इतना पैसा आता है मंदिर के अंदर. My God, Krishna. If a person who exploits the common people and builds his business, and if he builds a big mansion for himself, that's okay with you. That's his mehnat ki kamai. But the person who is aham sarvasya prabhamatta sarvam pravartate, the controller, the creator of entire universe, the each and every inch of this material nature belongs to him. But we are like a snake and serpent who is like coiling on the property of Krishna, but we have audacity to ask Krishna that why you require such a big mansion? The entire universe belongs to him. Within a one fook, he can take entire universe and entire your property. But he is such a compassionate, he will not do it. Right? A business today is booming and just within a one night, it just crushing down. Huh? So we have that audacity to ask Krishna why you require. Lakshmi is his wife. So any form of that Lakshmi, the first service will be done to him. But we are like a Paundrak. We consider ourselves to be on the part of Krishna. Have that Krishna. Give it to me. I can enjoy it. It is my mehnat ki kamai. What kind of a mehnat you have done? Whatever the strength, bodily strength, mental strength, intellectual strength is required to do that mehnat, that is also given by Krishna. Nothing is yours. Why there has to be so much ego and so much of pride in our heart? We ourselves doesn't belong to us. The soul, our real identity is also part and parcel of Krishna. What is there of with us? Nothing. But we are so proud of that. Right? So to get rid out of this pride and the false identity, the moment of association with the pure devotee of the Lord is most necessary. Now Narada Muni is there. Haridas Thakur, this Ramachandra Khan, he became so envious of Haridas Thakur that he sent one prostitute, Lakshagira, to Haridas Thakur. But within 3 nights, Lakshagira came with a chumak, 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 chumak. towards Haridas Thakur. And Haridas Thakur looked at her and she said, say Haridas, you are young, I am young. You are alone, I am alone. So let's have a very nice. Once Einstein was approached by one very beautiful Hollywood heroine. And she said, see Einstein, G, you are such an intellectual and wonderful person. And I'm such a beautiful person. Right? What if we get married? So our child will get my beauty and your intelligence. Such a wonderful child is going to happen if we get married. Einstein said, that's very nice. It's a very nice idea. But I'm thinking that what will happen if it reverses my beauty and your intelligence? What will happen then? Right? Exactly. So Haridas Thakur looked at Lakshya and said, see, actually I'm a follower of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And I have vowed that I will chant certain number of rounds. Haridas Thakur didn't mention what number of rounds. He just said certain number of rounds. So what you do, you just sit here and wait. I will complete my rounds and then we will have a samagam. Then Lakshya sat there and Haridas Thakur started chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So he started chanting. Madhyaratra happened. Then early Varma Murta happened. Dawn happened and she was like dozing. Are Haridas, when it will happen? Eh? Okay. Then when as soon as the Suryodaya happened, she said, okay, my time is over. I'm a Nishachari. So my time is happened now. It's gone. I will come tomorrow. Haridas Thakur said, okay, come tomorrow, my dear soul. Okay. She came next day. Haridas, oh Krishna, I forgot. See, this vow is so strong and I cannot break this vow. You said to. Today I promise you, I will finish it early. And Haridas Thakur started chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And 3 days passed. Ramachandra Khan was waiting in the bushes that when that moment will come and I will catch this Haridas red-handed. And Lakshya was like, when this Haridas Thakur will give me a chance, I don't know. And within that 3 days, a moment of association with Haridas Thakur, third day, that Lakshya heart got changed. She shaved her head. She wore sari and sitting in front of a Tulsi, she considered Haridas Thakur to be her spiritual master and started chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the same number of times. And then Haridas Thakur, because of this envious nature of Ramachandra Khan, left that place, gave that place to Lakshmi. And she became such a pure devotee, she actually behaved or she took the role of instructing entire village in Krishna consciousness. She became like a guru in that villages, that province actually. That is what the power of a pure devotee of the Lord. And in 2025 century, we don't have Narada. Of course, he is there. Yatra gayanti madhavakta tat pratisthami Narada. So whenever there is a Harinam Sankirtan going on, Narada Muni is always there. Pure devotees of the Lord all are there, definitely. But we cannot relate with it. We cannot have a communication with them because of, unfortunately, this material condition of our life. But Krishna is so merciful to each and every soul. He gives that chance to each and every soul that that soul can come back to me. That soul can have a chance to do devotional service towards me. And by the mercy of that Lord Krishna, by the mercy of Krishna, we get Guru, and by the mercy of Guru, we get Krishna. And by the mercy of Krishna, we get such a pure spirit soul as the Acharya named as Srimad. His divine grace is in Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. And today is such an auspicious day. Today is his appearance day. So by the mercy of Krishna, Srila Prabhupada came to this material world so that the fallen conditioned souls like us can get delivered through these clutches. And by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we get so much association of so many pure devotees. So many pure devotees. I often say Srila Prabhupada's each and every disciple is a gem. Is a gem. They have their own unique glories. They have taken one mood of Srila Prabhupada and they are expanding the movements of Srila Prabhupada by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. So it's not so easy to become a Srila Prabhupada also, a person like Acharya of the entire universe actually. When Bhuto na Bhavishyate, none of any Acharya has done that what Srila Prabhupada did actually. Most of the Acharyas didn't cross the oceans. Of course, that was a time period that were requiring the different kind of expansion, different kind of philosophy. The situation was completely. Each and every Acharya has that potency, but it was reserved for Srila Prabhupada. Ramanujacharya could do it, Madhvacharya could do it, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could do it, Nimbakacharya Vishnu Swami could have done that. But Acharyas are so merciful that most of the things they keep it for their next predecessors. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur would have done that. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was such an amazing lion guru. He could have done it, but they kept it for Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada fulfilled their desire. So it's not so easy to become an Acharya. Leaving your home at the age of 50, you don't know where to go, what to eat, where I will get things. And that too also, I have a restrictions of dietary restrictions. I cannot go to the Chopati beach and eat 10 rupees vada pav, right? I have to make it, I have to offer it, and I have to take it then afterward it, right? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, anybody who eats for his own sense gratification and a food like this, specially made for sense gratification, eats a sin. That's clear instruction of Krishna. So the first thing is to offer it to Krishna. Then he will take away all the sinful activities from that food. Otherwise, we are eating sin. And then also getting, he got a very wonderful room in Shri Radha Damodar Mandir. He got a sannyas. And after that, his spiritual master's mission, the word became his mission of his life. The first instruction which his spiritual master Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur gave is actually to preach in the Western world. And the second instruction is to preach in the West. Srila Prabhupada took it to his life. His entire life was a preparation for that. And he left that Radha Damodar temple in a cargo ship. My God, coming from USA to India, Bharat, and with a flight 24 hours journey, it becomes so horrible. Sitting at one place for 18 hours. My God, seriously, I've experienced it for 5 years. Such a horrible thing to do, actually. Right? So, Srila Prabhupada went through a cargo ship. That too also, it's the same period. Srila Prabhupada was on a cargo ship on his birthday in 1965. Janmashtami he celebrated of 1965 Janmashtami, almost like 75, 85, 95, 2005, 2015 and 2025. This is the 60th Janmashtami. 60 years back, Srila Prabhupada was a Jaladuta on the same day. And he celebrated his appearance day, his Vyasa Puja, on the Jaladuta itself. So Srila Prabhupada, if would have not boarded that Jaladuta, how could I have got the for crossing over this material world, whatever Jaladuta in the form of ISKCON he has given, would have not got that. Right? So that's the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. With a heart attack and seasickness, my God, those who have a heart problems, ask them. It's such a painful situation, right? So go through that. In like most important organ is failing in front of you. Recently, I was there at my home for some uh, occasion, I think on a May month. And while coming to the temple, I just boarded my father's car and we just went, and next like two bungalows after my father's bungalow, There is a bungalow of my own teacher. He used to teach me English language in 11th and 12th. Very nice, wonderful person, very katta katta and enthusiastic, active kind of a person. And I just, I saw him, I just, when shilt niche kiya, and I started talking with, how are you? Very nice. Okay. So he said, where are you right now? I said, I'm in Mumbai, Juhu temple right now. Oh, very nice, very nice. And we have exchanges of 5 minutes. And then I came to Mumbai. Almost it took 5 hours to come to Mumbai. And as soon as I kept my bag in my room, I got a message from my father, your teacher is moving. And I was shocked. I just 5 hours back, I had a interactions with him and said, no, actually he went for taking bath and just taking a bath, he got a heart attack. It was such a severe heart attack. He could not even come out of a bathroom. He got a heart attack, he opened the latch, but it was so strong, he kept his one hand down and that latch of the bathroom, it got stuck into his chest. And on the spot, he left his body. It was such a strong, and he was in same position. The hand is here, the latch is here, and he's like this. My God, I didn't say anything. I went to Rakshan. I prayed for the departed soul, came to my room, and started chanting for him. So it's such a horrible situation to have a heart attack. Srila Prabhupada got it twice. Srila Prabhupada got it twice. Still, his mission didn't stop. Why? Why so much things? Is anything like my lakhs and lakhs rupees will come and after coming 50, 70 years, people will worship me with the paraphernalia. And who knows after leaving this body what is happening, right? But Srila Prabhupada did it for us. Srila Prabhupada did it for me. Srila Prabhupada did it for you. Srila Prabhupada did it for each and every fallen condition soul in this material world. And Srila Prabhupada built a house in which whole world can be. That is the glory of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada is not with us. How we can get association of Srila Prabhupada? A moment of association with Srila Prabhupada. My God, the disciples of Srila Prabhupada was such a fortunate. They got the association of Srila Prabhupada for a moment at least. Each and every disciple. What is the solution for us? There are the two ways. Srila Prabhupada disciples, because Srila, as we say, when Roma Harshana Sutta was killed by Balramji, the sages of this Naimisharanya asked, we gave him the benediction of long life and you just killed him within a moment. Okay, what about our benediction? It is false now. So Balramji says, don't worry. Father lives through his son. Similarly, whatever Srila Prabhupada has a compassion, whatever Srila Prabhupada has that potency, whatever mission Srila Prabhupada is having, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, his disciple is carrying. And the pure devotee is such a person that he creates pure devotees. So Srila Prabhupada has blessed us with his disciples, those who are the pure devotees. Huh? There are so many pure devotees of Srila Prabhupada. Even I started naming each and every one of them. It will take almost after 12 o'clock for us to name those. But to few of them, his Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Raghunath Swami Maharaj, Gopala Krishna Goswami Maharaj, Vidyadhara Swami Maharaj, Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, Vana Swami Maharaj, Bhima Prabhu, Shamasundar Prabhu, Amarisha Prabhu, so many Bhakticharu Swami Maharaj, Jai Advaita Swami Maharaj, Janananda Swami Maharaj, Kavichandra Swami Maharaj, so many disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Unlimited, unlimited. Sorry, I cannot take name of all the devotees. Sadhan Swami Maharaj is there, right? Unlimited. So unlimited, unlimited, right? So the quality of a Parasa Patthar, the Parasa stone is there. And I ask forgiveness to each and every disciple of Srila Prabhupada that I cannot name each and every one of them, unfortunately, but they have very special place in each and every one of us heart. And if any one of us wants Srila Prabhupada mercy, that will go. We have to go through them. Srila Prabhupada, like if we approach Srila Prabhupada, what Srila Prabhupada will ask us? Who are you? Okay, I'm Rakshan Krishna Das. That's okay, you're Rakshan Krishna Das, but who are you? Okay, I'm the humble servant of your servant named as His Holiness Radhanath. What is your name? My name is Chandravamshi Prabhu. I will say Prabhu. But okay, that's okay. You are a Chandravamshi Prabhu. But who are you? I am the humble servant of your servant named as His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami. So that's what our identity going to be in front of Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada mercy will come through those devotees who are we considered as our spiritual masters. Right? So the Parasa Patthar, Paras stone has that capacity that any kind of a iron it touches that gets transformed into gold. Srila Prabhupada is like that Parasa Chintamani. So many lives are like an iron, rotting and having that what we call as junk, like na? Rusting. Uh, we are we are into that rusting of material world. But Srila Prabhupada came as a Parasa Patthar and touched our that iron life and made so many devotees as a gold, golden devotees. Right? So that's what Srila Prabhupada's mercy. So the first path through which we can associate with Srila Prabhupada is through ISKCON and especially his disciples. And after his disciple, the empowered disciple of those disciples, the seniors of our God brothers and all of them, we can associate with them. Srila Prabhupada created that legacy. And the second one is books of Srila Prabhupada. So my books are my ecstasies, my books are my everything what Srila Prabhupada has given to us. It is said the purpose of Srila Prabhupada is Srila Prabhupada's ecstasy in the Krishna consciousness. So books are the basis of Krishna consciousness. Why so many acharyas wrote books? Ramanujacharya came, he wrote Sri Bhashya. Baldev Vidyabhushan came, he wrote Govinda Bhashya. Right? So why so many acharyas? Jiva Goswami wrote Sandarbhas. Why? Because books are the basis. The foundation of our spiritual life will be laid by these books itself. There are thousands and thousands of stories which are inspired by the books of Srila Prabhupada. The person just saw the books once. I forgot the name of Prabhupada disciple. I think it is a Harishomri Prabhu. He was telling us. He sat in front of Srila Prabhupada and Srila Prabhupada was reading Krishna book. And Srila Prabhupada, while reading book, he nodded his head and said, if a person read this one book, he will get Krishna. Oh. And then he started again reading. What to speak of entire book? Even if a person read one chapter from this book, he will get Krishna. And then again Prabhupada started. Again after some time, he nodded his head said, what to speak of one chapter? Even if a person read one paragraph, he will get Krishna. After that again, Srila Prabhupada started reading book. And after some time, what to speak of reading one paragraph, one line. After that, one word. And then Srila Prabhupada said, even if what to speak of one word, if somebody touches the book, he will get Krishna. Of course, don't take inspiration in that way. Okay, I will only touch. Read the book. Okay. Understand the context, not the text. See, these books are so potent that just a visuals of those books can make start the heart transformation of that person. And so many people got killed. One person, he was so frustrated with his life that he wanted to commit suicide. So he jumped off from the Chanti train. And when he jumped off a train, unfortunately or fortunately, materially unfortunately, spiritually fortunately, when he jumped off, he fell on the grass, that rice paddy fields. Okay. And that's why it didn't happen. Nothing happened to his body. And where he fall, he saw there was one cover, a silver cover, having a photo of Radha and Krishna. And he was a foreigner person also. They look such a beautiful, wonderful, peaceful couple. I want such kind of a want to become such kind of a couple. And what he did, he started searching where is this couple, where is this couple, and he landed up into ISKCON temple. And ISKCON people said, "Come, we will tell you where is the couple." And they made him do. That's what Srila Prabhupada books cover can do. Once His Holiness Indradumya Swami Maharaj, one of the very ideal person, and I get so much of inspiration from His Holiness Indradumya Swami Maharaj's books of, that especially Diary of a Traveling Preacher. Wonderful book, wonderful book. I heard so much of adventures in Amazon or Eastern Europe and Western Europe. My God, amazing. The places where he preach, it's actually impossible for so many people to have a preaching at that places. So he was telling he once went to Azerbaijan. So in Azerbaijan, you are not allowed to go, even preach or having programs out of your temple campus. So devotees, they were welcoming Maharaj just standing inside the campus. That is the situation in Azerbaijan. So Maharaj said, okay, then how you are preaching in Azerbaijan? It's so difficult, you cannot go out. Cannot help program outside. How you are preaching? They said, the government has given only one permission to us. Maharaj said, what is that? They said, book distribution. So, okay, book distribution. What can happen with the book distribution? Little bit preaching. Okay. Then Maharaj went to outside Baku, along into desert. There is a one fire temple. Maharaj went to have a darshan. There was a 18-year-old small girl. She is like a guide for that particular place. So Maharaj was taking tour of that place, and the main temple of that fire is having a very small door. And Maharaj went to that door, had a darshan, came out, and he asked that guide through the translator that why this door is so small. So she said, fire is considered to be very auspicious, worshipable deity for our ancestors. So when you go in front of your worshipable object or a deity, you have to have a very humble attitude. So that's why purposefully door has been made very small. Now that's okay, that's logical. But what next that girl said is a very shocking for Maharaj. He said, so she said, but Srila Prabhupada is a modern saint and modern acharya. He knows what to do for the people to get attracted towards Krishna. And Maharaj was shocked. You know Prabhupada and you know Krishna? How it happened? You are living in such a desert area, and you are from another background, still you know everything. She said, yes. Once I was going into Baku, with my friends, and there was one devotee distributing the books. And I got so attracted towards the book called as Bhagavad Gita. I purchased that book. Each and every line in that Bhagavad Gita was so applicable for me. I became fan of author. And then I saw he is A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. I want to meet him. I want to meet him. I want to accept him as my spiritual master. And then translator said, see, Srila Prabhupada has left this world in 1977. She became so disappointed that she cannot take association of Srila Prabhupada now. But the translator said, see, but Srila Prabhupada has given us a legacy that His Holiness Indradumna Swami Maharaj is his direct disciple. And now he's functioning as a spiritual master. You can take his shelter. And she took shelter of His Holiness Indradumna Swami. Even a small book, the Maharaj said book distribution can cause a lot of things. Once one devotee in foreign country, he was distributing book, and almost for certain number of months, something 10 months, same time he was standing on a same place, and the same lady used to pass by from that place. And that person was like, take Bhagavad Gita. Generally, we show Bhagavad Gita first because it's very popular. So he used to show Bhagavad Gita to that lady, and she used to be like, "You get lost from here." Like that kind of attitude. She used to give a long look to that person and leave that place. After 10 months, suddenly one day, she came running to that person, this devotee, and said, "What happened?" She said, "See, I want that book." "Which book?" "Bhagavad Gita." She said, "No, I want that Kunti Maharani's book." And I got shocked. "How you know Kunti Maharani?" "I never showed that book." Because Queen Kunti Maharani's teachings, that book, teachings of Queen Kunti. We generally, it's none of the preacher is like focusing on showing that book to any person. Mostly it's Bhagavad Gita or Krishna book or Srimad Bhagavatam most of the time. So how we come to know about Kunti Maharani? The yesterday, day before yesterday, one lady, very wonderful middle-aged lady, she came into my dream wearing a very silken kind of a robe, having a very wonderful hair decorated with flowers and very nice jewel. She was blooming with effulgences actually. And I got so mesmerized with her beauty. And I asked her introduction, "Who are you?" She said, "I'm Queen Kunti. I'm a queen of entire Bharat Varsha." Okay. I appeared 5,000 years back. And my one of our devotees is trying to give you very wonderful book called as Bhagavad Gita, but you are not willing. So see, this Bhagavad Gita and this particular scriptures, they are so umar empowering. Kindly take that book. She said, "Okay, but I don't know, I'm from another faith." She said, "That's okay. I have my own book with that devotee. Take that." So she said, "Okay, what is your name?" "Kunti." "And what is your book's name?" "Teachings of Queen Kunti." And she said, "Okay, I neglected for one day. It might be with some kind of illusion." Next day, she again came. "We haven't purchased it. So go to that devotee and ask for the book." And then I came running and I purchased them. That is how it's happening now also in 2025. The devotees are still there. Okay. Should I tell one? Yes, yes, of course. Yes. There was one couple. There is one couple in Scotland. So they almost got married very nicely, something 10, 15 years. They lived together, but they were not having child. And unfortunately, after 10 years, they were having a little bit differences of opinion. So this couple, they decided that we will go get separated. Taking divorce in the foreign country, it's very easy. It's like changing sim. I don't want this company sim. I want another company. It's quite a little bit easy in Western countries. So sorry if this class is being here heard by any Western devotee, but as compared to Bharat, it's quite easy to get divorced in foreign countries. So they decided that we will take divorce. So they started living very separately. Now, living separately means a city was there, a big city, and wife used to live in the one part of a city, and the husband was far away in another part of city, so that we will not get go together with the market or the malls. We will have our different things. That much difference of opinion were there. One day, this Prabhuji was, purchasing something through the streets, and one devotee came to his vision, a strange kind of a person with bed sheets of one single color, nothing there on the head, only one spiritual dish antenna is there. Okay? So that kind of a person was there naturally. And this devotee actually started chasing, like, take this book, one book, one book, one book, one book. He saw, okay, if you are insisting, I will take one book, like, from you. And that devotee, he has purchased a book from the person. And after that, uh, he left. Okay. This person, he took that book, he came. After, when he came, he went to his home and said, okay, evening time, I don't have anything to say, anything to do. Let's read that book. He started reading that book. He liked that book very nicely. Oh, that's very practical. Within one night, he finished that book. It's a very practical. He saw the book's name was Ishupanishad. Okay, Ishupanishad. It's a very practical book, very wonderful book. It covers almost all the concepts of Lord Krishna, what is the Lord should be. So he got so impressed that he searched out which sanstha, which organization belongs to, whether they have a center in our town. So he got the address of the center. He started going to that center. He became a devotee. His pant shirt went away. He started wearing dhoti kurta, applying tilak. He became a devotee. And almost 4 to 6 months has been passed. One day after Sunday feast, this devotee, he said, okay, my rounds are remaining. So we sat just near to Prabhupada behind and started chanting. There was no one in the temple or only one Mataji. She was sitting in front of altar and this person. They were chanting. And while chanting, he suddenly saw some kind of a strange thing. The person sitting in front of an altar, I think I know that person. So slowly, slowly, while chanting, he started, marching towards that Mataji. I know this. I know. I know. I know. And when he went near to that person, that Mataji, who is chanting in front of altar, he was shocked in a sari with a tilak, with a kantimala, that Mataji was none other than his own wife. Hey, you are here. Hey, you are here. I'm shocked. Yeah, I'm also shocked. And they started exchanging how this happened. Prabhuji said, see, one Sunday I went to the market and this devotee. Now the name, he knows the name of that devotee who gave him book. That person has given me this book. I read it in the night and I got very impressed. So I started following this ISKCON. So, okay, that's nice. But you know one thing? Mataji started saying that the same Sunday, I went to the same market, I met the same person, and he gave me the book. I read that book in the same night itself. And you know what is that book? It's issued Muslim. So the husband and wife, they went to the market on the same day. They get the same devotee. The devotee gave the both husband and wife the same book, and they joined ISKCON same day. After that, what happened? Divorce got cancelled, and they lived happily thereafter in Krishna consciousness. That's what Srila Prabhupada did. Srila Prabhupada's book can even cancel the divorces of a person. So Srila Prabhupada can transform the heart of through his books. His books, his Vani is him association. Huh? His Vani's association is equally potent as his Vapu's association. So that's why we can associate with Srila Prabhupada with his Vani. Sometimes Vapu cannot be there, but Vani will always remain. So the association of pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada can be taken through the Vani aspect of Srila Prabhupada. Reading his book, hearing his lectures, and following his own disciples. So with this small note, I will take a pause here and we will tomorrow with the first canto, second chapter, second verse. Hare Krishna. Shantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada Virbhav Maha Mahotsavam ki jai. Jai Gaura Premanande. I want to share one small incident of Prabhupada association with Lord Matra Sadhu Sangh.